Today we will be discussing my Unit 7 community nursing presentation. So I'll be giving you a little bit of a background and information regarding the project that I implemented throughout the semester. A little bit of Greenfield, Wisconsin. It is a little southwest of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, just on the outskirts, with a population of 37,021 people. It is a predominantly Caucasian population at 84.71%, with the next highest representation being Asian at 4.9%. The median age of residents in Greenfield is 42.9 years old, with an average residential income of $43,223. So what exactly is a community? Webster's Dictionary defines a community as a group of people who live in the same area, such as a city, town, or neighborhood. In doing my windshield survey, as I drove through the community of Greenfield, I noted how well kept the area was and how neat and tidy it seemed to be. And I also noticed the amount of gym traffic, which it's great that people are engaging in physical activity, but I also saw the prevalence of fast food restaurants and how busy they were regardless of time of day, which in a sense encourages poor dietary habits. So keeping that in mind and moving forward, I began to think about potential community health issues that residents of Greenfield may be facing. This data provided by DHS shows a decently high prevalence of cardiovascular disease. So I also began to think about what modifiable risk factors can be addressed to not only reduce prevalence of cardiovascular disease, but to also promote holistic health and wellness. In identifying community partners, I partnered directly with Keith Caulfield from Bridgewater Performance and indirectly through CDC by providing evidence-based information to residents of Greenfield. Two community resources I identified were Syndics as well as local community paths and trails. By Syndics, they serve as a resource due to providing the food that is needed for a well-balanced diet, and local community paths and trails, as being out in nature, it can benefit you mentally, which is part of being well holistically. So in identifying a community health diagnosis, I came up with a risk of cardiovascular disease among the residents in Greenfield, Wisconsin, related to lack of education regarding post-workout activities, as well as an abundance of fast food restaurants, thus encouraging unhealthy dietary habits. So what exactly is the goal? The goal would be for residents of Greenfield to demonstrate competency of evidence-based interventions to promote holistic health, assessed by the community nurse 2 weeks after initial education session. As far as interventions, initially I started off with a very narrow field as far as addressing members outside of the gym. So the initial intervention was to provide evidence-based information for residents to implement outside of the gym to promote holistic health. Moving forward, my intervention would need to be scaled in a sense that I'd be able to reach more community members rather than being specific to gym members. This can be done by the gym holding an open house and getting information out to the community where people can come in regardless of if they are members or non-members, and let them know the information that we're providing and the types of things that we'll be giving them as far as handouts and evidence-based information from CDC. As far as evaluating the health plan, with the encompassing goal of promoting holistic wellness, evaluation can be tracked by prevalence of cardiovascular disease in the community over the following years after implementation of interventions. And if there is more attention directed towards addressing modifiable risk factors, it means people are in a sense taking note to the interventions that are needed and the changes that need to be made to promote holistic health throughout the community. So a little bit of a quick summary here. So the city of Greenfield has a prevalence of cardiovascular disease with an abundance of fast food restaurants. Physical activity is great to partake in, which I noticed by uh, seeing a decent amount of traffic in and out of the local gym. But there are more pieces to the wellness puzzle. You also have to focus on things that are done outside of the gym, ensuring that you're well mentally, ensuring that you're well rested, ensuring that you have a well balanced diet to not only help recover from your workouts, but to optimize bodily functions. And we would also aim to educate on evidence based interventions to promote holistic health and wellness and provide resources to assist with the goal of achieving that wellness.